Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Rides of the Ordning, with absolutely no scuff at all. With that being said, thank you to everybody who's hanging out with us on Twitch tonight, live. If you want to join us, that's 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays, and then this is uploaded on Saturdays. So if you're with us on Twitch and you have to dip for whatever reason and you want to go back and watch, or you want to get caught up on the campaign, that's all on the YouTube channel, which is the Muse's Mythos YouTube channel. As well as a couple other things, including leading me to one other thing. We do have a guest character with us for the couple sessions. We introduced him at the end of the session, so this is Kyber. Kyber, say hello.
Hello again.
Yeah. But Kyber is my co-star on the Charting Adventures podcast, so if you want to go check out a podcast on some D&D stuff, right now we're kind of doing a how to get started on a campaign series. And we also just released an episode where we built this character. So if you want to go hear some of the processes, look at some of the homebrew stuff that we did, make sure you go check that out. It's a really long, super special long edition of it. And it also has really great editing. Thank you, Kenny. So.
Thank you.
Yeah. So with that being said, also get your bingo card. I think those were the announcements that I said. But also just a little bit of a note, I am still a little sick. It is very long sickness, and so warning YouTube and everybody, if I'm buffering a little bit, that is why. So please be patient, but we have a timetable and I wanted to run the session, so we are going to get rolling here. Last we left off, our party had been escaping the eye of the Allfather after speaking with the Oracle and gaining information on how they can put the Giant's Ordning back into place. They learned that they would need to go to the seat of power, the Storm Giant's Court, and that in order to reach the Storm Giant's Court, they would need a conch from each of the Giant Lords. With the locations of each Giant Lord, they left their conversation to witness a Storm Giant demanding entrance from Harshnag, who denied it. The Storm Giant then transformed into her true ancient blue dragon and form and animated the statue of the Allfather, causing Harshnag to make a choice to desecrate the temple to give you time to escape. You escaped through the spider tunnels, picking up a rogue barbarian who was trapped there, and jumped on an airship that saved you in the nick of time. The dragon burst from the temple, effectively destroying it as it fell around Harshnag and chased the airship. You assisted the workers on the airship, a couple of cultists of cloth, the red dragon who knows both Zari and her mentor, in pushing the airships to its limits to escape the blue dragon. She managed to destroy the furnace, releasing the fire elemental enslaved and knocking out Komori. Took out the harpoon.
You Calcifer!
Yeah, and released Calcifer. Took out the harpoon station, knocking out Madeline and almost dropping Nyx, and effectively destroying the pilot of the ship, a sentient suit of armor with the gargoyle that spawned from a scale. You almost escaped, but her legendary abilities managed to give her the last push to catch your ship. Surrounded by lightning and storms, she gave you an ultimatum. Do a task for her or die. As she said to you, if you survive long enough to make your way to Iron Slag, ruled by the Fire Giant Lord, you will take this task and flask and throw it in the adamantine forge, where it will then release an ice primordial, which will begin to destroy the forge from the inside. But you better take your time getting there and get stronger, because if it was this easy for me to catch you, there's no hope for you at Iron Slag. However, you have a year's time, or I will hunt you down and kill you. With this agreement, you received the flask, and she released your decrepit airship. As it was the middle of the night, you settled down for the airship denizens to make some necessary repairs to get you to a town to finish fixing things. And it was there that Zari had a dream, confirming some of her visions prior and telling her to trust the eyes. She was awoken by a figure in her room who seemed to be a part of a legendary secret group of her church that she is not supposed to know about. This character, Vallano, offered her coffee and requested her assistance in his mission, freeing the people of Rosewick from the oppression of the hill giants before winter, as they are causing a food crisis. He was told to meet up with the heroes fighting the giants and instructed on where to meet them. The group trusted Zari's faith in him, and had figured that they would be tackling the hill giant den first. And this is where we jump in. It's about midday. Delphine had let you know that you have roughly a 2-day limp to Fire Shear, about a day for repairs there, and then about 9 to 10 more days to the Hill Giant Stronghold. Tzaira and Delphine were working for about an hour to get Pilot back online enough to help take off and fly, and the rest of the crew goes to rest while you all are roughly awake. Nyx, you spent the morning trancing and then dozing in your and Ravasi's room. So if there was anything specifically you wanted to do as you were waking up and hearing a ruckus outside?
No, I just wonder how I got stuck in a room with Ravasi again. That's all, though.
Because there's only 2 rooms, unfortunately. And then a couple of beds in the storeroom.
I curse the gods under my breath for this cruel fate.
Thanks.
You love it.
We all know she secretly loves it.
So if you're staying in the room, you hear some people walking by, and the barbarian that you accidentally adopted, Nori, comes slinking up with some hardtack she found in the storage room to find you, Komori, on deck. And she kind of sidles up to you and just says, common, not great.
I'm gonna try a couple of the different languages I know to see what works, because I have Elvish, Giant, and Primordial.
She doesn't speak any of those languages. She kind of, like, wonders if you know any Uthgardian, and you know, like, words here and there, and so I'll say, for the sake of things, you guys can kind of, like, piece together a little bit.
Yeah. It's just like Uthgar not good.
Thanks for spiders. Save.
No problem.
Did you see Worm Tribe?
I don't think we saw them necessarily, if I remember.
No, you did. That's the Great Worm Cavern, the last cavern you were in, and then you were...
Oh, the one we stealthed in and out of?
No, not that one. The one where the Colotl asked you to kill... Kenny, do you really not remember? Yeah, the Colotl asked you to kill the leader of the Great Worm Tribe, who was supposedly in the north, chasing down his lost bride, essentially, and you found him and you killed him.
I thought you meant worm, like WORM.
Oh no, WYRM.
Yeah, that's what I thought, honestly.
I was
Would
like,
you, it's like,
weird
would
tribe?
you still love me if I was a worm tribe?
No, WYRM, the Great Worm Tribe.
Oh.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is it still works, WIRM. Would you still love me if I was a worm?
That's true.
and the answer
that's
is then
Zari's a
especially
bookworm.
yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Absolutely yes.
Yes?
Bad man chasing me.
Yes, very bad. Was asked to kill him.
Oh. Did you?
Yes.
Oh.
Was tasked by, flying snake. Can't say
Worm?
Coatl.
You met Worm?
Not worm.
Not worm. Tiny wing snake.
Oh no, she was big, but no.
Oh, well, sorry, large wing snake.
Great worm legend from Winged Snake Worm.
Yes.
You met Worm. She like looks at you like you can tell that the group probably worships this thing.
Yes, and asked to kill leader for being bad.
She like hugs you.
I'm going to comfort her the best way I can.
She just starts like
I'm not great at it. But...
She starts like you can tell that like she has like a moment where she starts to cry and then she like stuffs it. Thank you. Rescue. Worm man leader chasing me.
Yes, no shame in cry.
Oh. Where
Emotion's good.
Oh. Where are we?
At least away from Dragon. Otherwise, and I think we said we were going near, Firewick.
Mm-hmm. Fireshear.
Fireshear, yes. Close to Fireshear.
Oh. My home north. Though left home. But safe now.
Oh.
Maybe. Just so you know, you guys are if you look at the map, Fireshear is like right here-ish. Where my arrow is. The top of the mountain peak is like right here, and the Great Worm Cavern's like right here. So you guys traveled up this way, and then flew down here. Sorry, chat, I did not show you guys.
They don't even know.
They don't know. It's like along, so you guys are a little bit down the mountain. And she goes, could leave, go home.
Yes.
If safe.
Safer than before, yes.
When leaving, she looks like very contemplative, like she's trying to make a decision.
You are free as you choose.
When leaving airship? Like an hour.
No. About hour.
I don't know.
It's okay. You have time to think.
She will walk off and kind of like chew her ration and think. So I guess the question to you guys is, are you going to let her make a choice? Are you going to ask if she wants to stay on the airship and come with you? Or are you going to encourage her to head home?
I think I would just tell her through it all, she has a choice. She is allowed to do whatever. There is no... Like, she kind of just got dragged along for the ride. If she goes, that is understandable.
Well, technically, we dragged her along so she didn't perish.
Yeah.
That too.
Oh, she's very thankful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just clear it with the rest of the crew and basically be like, listen, if you want to stay on the airship and work and travel, sure. If you want to go home, sure. We'll give you rations to help you all along the way.
Ooh.
I agree with chat. Blow her up.
I have no say in this matter.
For the sake of things, let's leave this up to a roll. Let's leave her decision up to a roll. Somebody go ahead and roll me a d20. Odds she stays,
I have a real one.
even she goes. Okay. With a 5, Sly was really on it.
Yeah.
You said
Roll my
said
real dice.
roll, and I immediately was like, phew. Also, who the fuck calling me ravioli?
We don't talk to chat. Shush. Ravioli, so funny.
So good.
Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formuoli.
Oh my god. Anyway,
I'm not gonna make the joke that just popped into my head. No, I'm gonna make the joke. You know, raviolis are usually stuffed with things, right?
What can I say? He aims to please.
yikes.
In more ways than one.
Anyway,
Wow.
I think after a little while, Nori comes back and to you, Komori, and says, help, ask, stay on ship, nothing there for me.
Sounds like a plan.
And she's asking essentially if you would help her talk to Delphine.
Yes, we will.
Okay. So you guys go, you have a brief conversation with
Yes.
Delphine saying, and she essentially like has a conversation with Nori that's like, well, this is for people who worship cloth, but I suppose you can assist and we'll introduce you to the dragon. And she's like, then they have like a worm, and they like have a moment where they're bonding over the fact that they both kind of worship dragons, and Delphine like walks off with Nori like chattering, and you can tell that Nori's like getting like every fifth word about how amazing cloth is. And she has decided to stay with you on the airship.
Can I have Vallano canonically seethe in the corner?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna have Vallano canonically seethe in the corner.
Sure, he can be seething in the corner. Okay. Would anybody else like to do things, or are we cool if we fast forward? You guys take off. Eventually, Nyx, you do come up for dinner, and there is another person on the ship with you that you did not see get there.
Ravasi keeps throwing barbs, and Tazira seems to be very happy with his existence.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Nyx, how you doing?
Pretty good, just came to eat.
Welcome to the world of the waking.
Mm-hmm. You slept for quite a long time.
Thanks, y'all let me get my ass beat since no one wanted to learn to heal, so.
Oh, yeah, Vallano, you good at healing?
Hand sign for no.
Well, that
Useless
sums
to
that
us
about
then.
it. Holy fuck.
I'm gonna sign to Tazira. I'm good at stabbing.
I
He's good
will.
at stabbing.
Okay, great. He can. I don't know who he is, but he can go do that wherever he wants, I guess, as long as it's not around me.
This is below. Oh, you can trust him. It's chill.
I mean, okay, that's nice.
Tazira, the how you know him, the plot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're asking me to explain. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so I know Vallano from back near my home and from organizations that I'm in, and we worship the same god, and he has a lot of respect, and that's pretty much all you got to know about that. And shady people don't make their way up to where he is.
I'm also gonna lean over and go, he also doesn't understand sarcasm. Like it all.
Sick. That's a really cool story, Zyra. Thank you for it.
You're welcome. He's gonna help us kill the giants, so I was assuming you'd be chill with an extra hand to
Oh.
make sure you don't get beat up as much.
Well, that makes this interaction way less weird. I had no idea why you're telling me all that, but now I see.
Yeah. Called, because starving people, dying people, stolen food, trampled crops, all that jazz. The terrible woes of giants and getting in the way of small folk, and vice versa.
Sure,
I
sure.
know.
The huge that you guys drag me into, I feel it.
Yeah. Any whoosies.
That means we'll
Well.
get help killing Oog. Was it Oog?
It might have been.
No, I mean, Tazira, you'll remember. You wrote it down.
Yeah,
Moog?
No, this is a bit.
Oh.
No, you actually watch as Tazira starts pulling out a journal and flipping through it. Well, actually, no. So we have a deal with Ga, and she's gonna help us go get Moog, which is a
Yes, Duke.
no. Sorry, as you watch as she flips her pages back, no, Ga is the leader of the giants who we are going to kill. She's big and she's taking all the husbands, and we made a deal with Moog to meet her back at the start of Brumara so that we'd go and kill Ga together. There we go. Jeez.
I will let you know that with the kind of timeline that you were given, you guys are actually technically quote unquote ahead of schedule. So you had told Moog that you were going to meet her right at the beginning of Glacindra. Essentially, so the start of the winter period, and by the time you get there, it's going to be the first week in Nexoria. So you're like a month early. But you also know that Moog doesn't really understand, and so depending on the weather, she might be like, why aren't you guys here earlier? Or why aren't you guys are here really early? But she was heading that direction right away. So she's probably in the area already, because it's been a couple of weeks.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay. Anyway, with that being said, that was the plan. That was indeed what, the information that you had. And then Vallano had given you his information, which is essentially that one of the rivers is dammed up, all of the food in the area is being stolen, and when they can't steal food, they steal people. Okay. With that being said, you guys take off over about 2 days. The airship is limping along. It's going very low to the ground and very slow. There's like a moment where you barely clear kind of a mountain that you have to get out of the valley, and then kind of begin riding down the mountain. But is there anything specific that you wish to do over the 2 days of travel?
Ravasi continues his song.
Okay.
Oof.
It's a new song.
That's exciting.
I provide coffee.
Okay. Valid. Oh, go ahead.
I think at some point, Desire will just kind of connect to Vallano's mind. Just be like, by the way, if you don't have to tell my dad where I am, please don't. He thinks I'm still with Tobias. So no direct questions, no direct answers. We chill. I'm gonna hold out a hand for a fist bump.
I awkwardly fist bump back because I've never done that before.
Beautiful. That's all I had.
Okay. Vallano, you have your confirmation of your suspicions.
Indeed, I do.
And as you continue limping along, you see that Nori is getting she and Madeline are kind of like not friends. She doesn't really understand Madeline very well. But Laz, the like really strong halfling, he and Laz, or he and Nori are kind of like have a mutual understanding, and they're now friends. And that seems to be going pretty well there. But after about 2 days, about 48 hours, so about midday, you end up landing in Fireshear, which, if you recall, was the town that you saved from the fire giants who had locked everybody in the mines and collapsed them. With your good old friend, I should have had her name prepared and I'm totally blanking on it.
Una momento. Belladonna, right?
I don't think that was it. Hold on. Let me look. Fireshear. It was Deshara. And her griffin Screecher. And you have roughly like a day, so you're going to take off about midday. So the group kind of goes in. You can do what you would like. Deshara would absolutely allow you guys to come visit and stay with her. Would host you even if you would like. Vallano Deshara is a kind of smaller woman who seems to be flying griffins and raises griffins, and you get the sense, Vallano, that this group did something amazing for the town, because like everywhere they go, they are like regarded as heroes. And so you do get to do some shopping. The group has let me know what shopping that they have wanted to get done. For a bit, Ravasi kind of goes out and he does a little bit of trinket shopping, finds an older man who has just like a whole bunch of random trinkets and sells him what?
Ravasi's asking for like herbs and incense, and I think the guy misunderstands what kind of herbs he's looking for. And Ravasi in like a fugue state comes back onto the airship with a bag full of just the weirdest shit and the stupidest ass grin on his face, and he's like, I'm gonna sit down for a bit. The colors are very pretty in the air.
Just accidentally.
Vallano just walks over at that point and just casually gives him coffee and helps him sit down, just like, there. It's okay. No words are spoken, nonverbal.
No. Oh yeah. No, he stares at you for a while and he goes, huh. What's Vallano's soul look like, Zari? Sorry to stop this really quickly, but this feels funny.
This is funny.
This is going to go one of two ways, and this is going to be very interesting for me, because I don't have an answer for that.
Is Vallano's soul taken?
It's taken in the sense that you see how Nyx's soul is. So very different from the way that your soul is taken. It reminds you a little bit of, so you know how sometimes when you look at Tizira, you can see a presence behind Tizira?
Yes.
It reminds you of that, and Nyx kind of has a little bit of the same way. But you see a very, I'm gonna give you this because you're high as fuck. Just because I think it's funny. So
for real?
Now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he got psychedelic mushrooms. Yeah. I rolled it on the trinkets.
Absolutely. So
I didn't think you would have taken them that quick. Damn.
I'm gonna just give this to you. So you see the influence of a presence in Tizira, but then you also see a more intense presence that reminds you of stars in her. And so you look at Vallano and you're expecting to see something similar, and you don't at all. You see no stars, nothing along those lines. And instead what you see is you see kind of a similar crimson glow is what it reminds you of. And then as you're looking around him, you see golden chains, but not in a restraining sense, but in an assisting sense.
So Crimson Aura and
golden
protective
chains.
golden chains.
Yes, and it reminds you a little bit of a presence that lurks very deeply in the back of Tazira, but it's way more intense in Vallano.
Yep. Ravasi at some point is just gonna like flop over on Vallano's lap, like looking up at him, and reaches up very carefully and swats at the chain, gets confused, boops his nose and goes, I keep meeting people who have already been taken. That's good. I'm gonna stay here now. And he's gonna keep staring up into space.
Okay, Vallano, you have a very high Ravasi flopped on you.
So unfortunately, I had muted my microphone so I could scarf down a piece of buttered bread. And I didn't realize that, so I had been speaking, and then it didn't come through. So I'm back now.
That's okay.
So Vallano is just going to look down at Ravasi, more confused than anything else, and just sign, "You're a very strange man."
I'm aware. It's part of the charm, apparently.
Can you teach me what charm is?
Maybe?
Intriguing.
Person and situation, that you're in, requires different kinds of charm.
I've never experienced this charm before.
Ravasi's gonna pull himself up.
Oh, no.
And it's almost like he has, like, a completely different, like, persona. Gon is kind of that, like, jabby, like, younger brother, sort of older brother or younger brother, sibling-esque sort of self or angriness that he's had. And suddenly, he's just, like... He's just got, like, this face of, like... Not like an overt, like, I'm flirting with you, but, like, a soft smile. He looks at you through eyelashes that you notice are now suddenly very, very long. He very gently brushes the back of his fingertips against your chin and goes, Vallano, you know I'll always be there for you, right? I'm willing to help you with anything you might need. It'd be my pleasure.
Yeah, Vallano's gonna miss all the subtext of that. And he's just gonna sign a very genuine thank you.
And Ravasi's gonna, in his brain, be like, nailed that. That's charm. The subtleties of it, you know? It is distracting. The chains around you are very bright. I'm gonna lay back down again, and he's gonna flop back over into your lap.
What, one of these? Someone's one. I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Okay. We fade away from that on the airship, and we zoom into Zyra, who also had a shopping list, into the singular bookshop in Fireshear, who also happens to have essentially the only magic items. And we just watch as a very flustered human woman was flirting with Tazira. I don't know if Tazira would have picked up on that. Probably.
Not until, like, she's hand on the knob about to walk out. And then there is the realization. And it is incredibly obvious that she has realized.
Yeah, it was a very evident flirting, and then a realization of who you were, and then it turned into hero worship as she gave you a couple of spell scrolls for a very discounted rate. And once Tazira realizes this, blushing the entire way back to the ship.
I got some cheap spell scrolls, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy.
As well as, do you have a bag of holding, Tazira?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
200 pounds of peanuts.
Good. That is between you, me, and chat, knowing that you have 200 pounds of peanuts in your bag of holding.
Doing 200 pounds of peanuts.
And 5 eggs.
And your egg.
Good, because Ravasi's about to get some munchies.
No. 200 pounds of peanuts later.
Don't worry, he's got a thing for that.
What?
Funny.
Okay. With that being said, you guys do manage to fix the ship. If there's anything else you wanted to do in Fireshare, speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay. And so you take off. It is about a 9 to 10 day trip from Fireshare down the mountains and then kind of flying through a pass in the airship and continuing on to the location of the Hill Giant Den. Is there anything that anyone would like to do over these next 10 days? Any training, any spell, scroll, transferring, etc., etc.?
Absolutely. I have 2 things. I would like to transfer my spell scrolls into my spell book, and then I want to spend like a solid at least 5 hours a day putting out peanuts, as well as I will hard boil like 2 eggs a day because they keep relatively well as long as you don't wash them. And I am trying to attract crows to the airship deck, and I have Mippet locked away in my room.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an animal handling check.
Absolutely. And I will ritual cast Speak with Animals so that I can understand the little guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll. Beans, it's doing the thing. Give it one moment.
Not a problem. You can absolutely transfer the scrolls. Feel free to just take the money off as you know how.
Beautiful. Yep, that's why I purchased some of the components
ink and paper.
Mm-hmm. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, there we go.
And
So with a 10, I will say that over the course of the 10 days, you managed to attract maybe like... It takes a while. Over the first 3 days, no crows are... Like, they're not coming anywhere close. They're flying away from the airship. The airship is scary. After about another 5 to 6 days... You managed to attract a couple, maybe like 2 to 3. But they're very nervous and they're struggling to like understand what is happening. And in the like 8th to 9th day, you managed to feed about roughly 4 to 5.
beautiful. As I'm feeding them with Speak with Animals up, I will just talk very softly and just go, "Hi there, friends. You guys can call me Tazira. I mean you no harm, and I will do my utmost to make sure that you are not harmed while you are on this ship. How are you?"
They will tell you that they've seen lots of, they've been having troubles getting food in this area because a lot of the fields are ruined and the people aren't feeding them as much anymore. And they will also, and so that they are likely going to be flying south.
Oh, that has to be really difficult. And I will just kind of crack open a hard-boiled egg for them and roll it towards them slowly so that it's easier.
Yeah, they absolutely devour that.
Beautiful. Funnily enough, me and my friends who are on this ship are actually trying to help with that. We're going to try and take care of the giants that are causing all of the fields to go bad and to harm the people. Although, we are probably going to be going south eventually. You know, I could help you guys and your friends and other crows out if you wanted.
They will communicate that they are excited about that and excited for food.
Absolutely. I have a lot of peanuts. So
Okay.
many peanuts. More than you could ever count.
Okay. They give you the impression that they will spread the word that you have peanuts.
Yeah, just look for this big airship, and I will do my best to make sure that there are some always available for you guys. And feel free to chat. I want to be your guys' friend.
Okay. They're a little wary, but you get the sense that the message will be spread.
Beautiful. Alrighty.
Can I steal a few from Morrigan?
Yeah, of course. And I will give Ravasi a big handful of peanuts.
Okay. Yeah. How's Ravasi doing anything? Ravasi's still working on his new song. But if Vallano wants to start learning tips about what charm is, when he's not high, he will actually be like, all right, it's very, very different from when he was high. And it's actually like almost a little like clinical in him teaching you like, this is what charm is. This is being charismatic. Let me teach you some basics of understanding body language. Look for these things.
For lack of a better understanding, I'm going to describe kind of the vibe, because he doesn't actually move or make this pose. He just keeps his hands casually folded behind his back. But this is probably the equivalent of Vallano putting a hand on his chin and stroking where a beard would be and saying, yes, interesting. But he's otherwise just kind of leaning slightly closer and seeming to actually listen and nodding along appropriately.
Now, I understand that eye contact is, like, the worst thing. I'm so sorry. Because Vallano wears a mask, a blindfold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, for you, this trick will still work, even if you don't have if you can't maintain eye contact. The idea is that they feel you looking at them. Does that make sense?
No, but I'll try anyway.
All right, back from the top. Intimidation, and he'll keep going.
Okay.
I am not good at intimidation, ironically enough.
You guys continue to have lessons on the ship. Anything that you would like to do, Komori?
Not necessarily, but at the same time, she's almost a little curious about, she actually is, like, very curious when Ravasi has the mushrooms and just, like, so what's the point of these if they don't, like, help, provide sustenance?
Oh, well, this was an accidental acquiesce. The man misunderstood me when I said herbs. But they are fun. Would you like to try one? Yes, I think you should try one, Komori.
You know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
He will, to his credit, give like a third of what he took.
Okay, you microdose a little bit on shrooms.
It's fun, and it's turning into like, this isn't bad, but I'm not feeling much.
Oh, that's true. Komori is a big,
Like,
big girl.
am I supposed to feel something at the moment? I'm confused.
Vallano's just gonna give everyone a sour look.
You
give it like 30 minutes.
I have a better idea, and she just sticks her hand in the bag and just.
I am clutching the bag closed against your fist.
Go ahead and make a contesting. Let's do a grapple check. So Komori, make an athletics. Ravasi, you can make acrobatics. Because I know you ain't making athletics.
Go ahead, make my fucking day.
Oh,
She is whispered.
Okay, go ahead and fix that, but
I
for
rolled an
everybody else,
18.
it's 18. So, Komori, you do manage to get, I will say you managed to get, like, Ravasi, you ate, essentially, Zari has never done shrooms.
I don't know.
You've
Hey, can
eaten,
I ask
Neither have
a
I.
question?
Yes.
Before this roll resolves, can I, there's no way to put this nicely. Can I, Eldritch Blast? What?
go ahead.
Don't worry about it.
Blasting my bag of drugs.
I love this.
No, I'm Eldritch Blasting
you'll,
Komori.
You'll understand. Komori!
Oh.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and roll to hit
I think it would be a
Komori.
lot harder. Well, the question is, which has the higher AC? A bag of drugs in somebody's hand, or a whole ass person?
The bag of
True.
drugs, probably. It's getting thrown around. I was gonna make the AC pretty high.
I'm just gonna yoink Komori. Do I just click this button here? Is that how this works?
I think so. I don't know. I don't know what's on your screen.
That's
Yeah.
a 20.
Does the
Yeah,
20?
that hits.
Okay. What does it look like, Vallano?
So, out of my palm, a golden chain fires and wraps around Komori and yanks Komori 10 feet closer to me.
For the sake of this, Komori, you do manage to get about 2 mushrooms. I will say, Ravasi, you took like maybe 2 mushrooms. So you managed to get about the same dosage with the 21, but Vallano kind of pulls you away before you could get more. So, but Ravasi, you still have the bag.
And it is at that point where she just she has the fist, and then it just like as soon as she gets yoinked, just hits her right in the mouth with it. And it's just like. I don't understand why you eat these. They taste like shit.
Ravasi's very distracted by like Vallano. What the point of that was?
I thought he was taking your stuff. Again, hand signs.
I
can't read.
He kind of pinches. Oh boy.
Also,
No,
also technically, Vallano just called me a guy.
this is true.
I do not know things. I am blind. Literally.
Blind sense. You know what? Ignore that.
Yep.
Generally speaking, don't attack friends.
There's no damage happened.
No, it was like I tossed a rope around
Yeah,
like a rope trick. I just
like a
moved
rope
it.
trick
Okay.
and moved.
Ravasi saw magic blast and went, "Ah!"
But
Ravasi saw a golden chain fire out of his hand, wrap around Komori, and pull her closer to him.
Panicked.
yep.
just don't do that. Please and thank you.
Vallano just looks
It's all right.
confused.
If I need help, I will ask for it.
Vallano looks
Everyone
even
knows-
more confused.
Everyone
Komori.
knows this is a bold-faced lie.
Komori.
Can I roll to doubt?
Yeah, you can roll an insight check.
Okay.
Perception
kidding.
check.
Yeah, go ahead, counter roll. I love counter
That's
rolls.
a 2, so I think you're probably fine.
That's a 10.
That's very
To Zyra,
I also
Ravasi-
rolled like shit.
Ravasi is a bold-faced lying, and Vallano cannot tell.
I will just give Ravasi this look, and then I'll look over to Komori, and I'll be like, Komori, you're gonna repeat
Girl.
these after me, and then you're gonna realize why people eat those. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
These mushrooms ain't shit. Say that,
Yeah,
and you'll.
that's what I was fucking saying. These mushrooms
No,
ain't
you got
shit.
it. There we go.
These mushrooms ain't shit.
And then it hits you, and you are full on hallucinating.
I'm not saying those of us in the D&D chat have a wonderful gift that we can be looking at to describe this, but we do.
That's pretty much what's happening. It's just like, Komori, as the airship is flying, suddenly the landscape is stunning, and there's lights and pretty colors flying everywhere, and you are effectively distracted for a good few hours.
Holy shit.
Uh-huh. I am trip watching Komori.
Okay.
Is this a good time to delve into my mind's eye?
Yes.
I mean, actually, yeah, extremely. I used to, occasionally you want to take stuff that gets you out of your mind for divinatory purposes.
I need to know. Can we dig deeper into my mind?
Who into your mind?
I'm saying, can we just dig deeper into my mind right now?
I don't really have any spells for that, but I can cast augury if you
I don't
want.
know if you can get. I don't know if this is a good time, if my mind is open to things, and then maybe we can. I don't know, dig up memories or something.
I could detect thoughts on you.
Oh shoot! You know that spell? I'm trying to learn it.
Yes.
I'm insight checking that because that was said no odd way.
Do you know that spell? Oh.
I do.
Oh, okay. Now
He knows that spell.
Now Zari's asking, do you know that spell?
Yes, he does. But he knows it due to a magic item that he doesn't want to divulge.
Okay.
Well, so that's why it's weird.
But to Zyra, he knows that spell.
Yeah.
While
He's
all
just-
this discussion is happening, Vallano's
just
going to
seems
silently
concerned about
offer
stuff.
more coffee to Komori.
You will
Alright,
offer more coffee to Komori.
I will. What do you want me to ask you, Komori? Anything specific? I only have a minute for this.
I mean, I don't know, digging more stuff up from my past, I guess?
All right.
I don't know,
Ooh, do you remember any faces? That could be something important, or names.
I've seen I've seen bits and pieces of faces, but I can't remember everything.
Yeah, those are
do you want...
By the way, I'm going to dig deep into your mind. I want to make this clear. You can resist it if you want, but you will have to willingly stop resisting me, all right?
Roll it!
All right.
Like, she is just footloose and fancy free right now. This is the most relaxed you've seen her.
Okay, Komori,
Uh-huh.
what are you thinking about specifically?
I'm trying to think back, I think, to some of the... If I'm being really specific, I think trying to think of some of that early childhood stuff.
Okay.
But if I had to think of one thing particular, when me and that one girl who I've seen bits and pieces of were on the beach that one night.
Okay. Go ahead and so you're thinking specifically of that. I'm gonna have you roll me a wisdom saving throw, and this is, you want to you want to roll low. Okay.
Yes,
There we
he doesn't
go.
Beat my, he doesn't beat my DC.
No, that's not what I'm asking for. This is for something different.
Okay.
I'm saying that Komori willingly let you into his brain. And so her brain. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
We're having problems today, apparently.
It's all good.
Let me
I
see.
apologize, I have started a problem because I failed first.
You're good.
It's okay. It's not a big deal.
I have implanted the brain virus.
So
I'm taking 3 from that for a 7.
You're taking what?
3 from that for a 7 with the woe omen.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Rivasi. So Komori lays down and is just thinking and delving. Komori, and you see visions of, let me just make sure I'm very specific about this. You see visions of blowing curtains, of completely open rooms with Greek-style pillars. You see human-looking hands with dark skin. Like, as you're, like, Komori's looking down, you imagine. You see a long dining room table that has fish and fruit. Hear adult conversation about, the aisles. And you see a very beautiful, pretty little girl with long flowing blue hair and pointed blue ears. So she has, like, some sort of sea elf, looks like, with pearls and golden chains. And hear things about trade agreements as these two, Komori and this girl are scampering under the table. And then you see a stunning night sky over a breeze and a very calm sea, and watch as the girl kind of steps forward, and you get the name Rhea. And you can tell that it's like a nickname. It's not her full name. And you get the name Rhea as Komori's looking at this girl with just, like, wonder and love, like best friend. And you watch as this girl is singing out into the ocean and hear a deep resonating hum, and watch this large woman rise from the sea with a crown of lightning and clouds on her head. And you watch as the two girls step onto jewelry-clad fingers and sing and dance with this large woman in the sea. You hear stories into the night that you can't quite remember. It's like glimpses. And that there are two perfectly matching turquoise pearls gifted. And you hear the name Queen Neri. And then you... Komori, roll me one more wisdom saving throw.
You got it.
Okay.
Oh no.
No, it's good.
Don't rebar.
Oh.
Well, if you want to, you can. It's one of those.
Nah.
It's up to you. So minus
Does it?
6.
I'd only affect things if I thought it was going to actually, like, if it was going wrong.
Okay.
I'm just
If it
trying
seems
to.
good, then I won't affect it.
Okay. So if it doesn't seem good. You feel the memory tip, and it kind of go and fast forward a bit, and you feel the sense of storms and like whispering faces and feelings of being unsafe, and essentially you start to see Komori get drowned and crash into the ocean. And something pulling her deeper, and you can make the choice to let it continue to happen, or you could attempt to pull her out of the thought.
Ravasi's gonna let her go.
Okay. You see this. You feel the memories of the storm, the waters that suddenly don't feel safe anymore, and you feel her, you see like the glimpse of her looking up at the ocean above, crashing and rolling, and the lightning crackling above her as she sees her hands as she's drifting down into the bottom of the ocean, and feeling this tugging, pulling sensation and a suffocating sense. And then you feel sharp pains as you're kind of like melding into this with her. You feel sharp pains on the sides of her neck. And then you just see a flash, and it's almost feels like dark red, and you feel a table beneath you, your arms restrained, and you see what you very blatantly recognize to be Lilith above her, holding instruments. And Komori, your trip has gone horrible.
Yup. I am in a predicament I'd rather not be in.
Is Komori like obviously freaking out?
Yeah.
Okay, at that point, Desira's gonna realize this is the point where it's tipping. I'll be like, okay, Komori, you're gonna come back from this. We're in a garden together. It's a water garden. We're on this big dock, and there's a table between us, and there's this perfectly warm tea. And I'm gonna kind of take her hands into mine, and you can feel the warmth of the teacup in your hands as you're gonna sit there and you're going to imagine this space and just bring your body into this and feel the cushion underneath you. And you're going to hear the birds singing, the water birds singing, and you're going to hear the pond and the koi fish. And you're going to feel the warm teacup.
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Ravasi,
Okay.
you hear him kind of like he's still in the midst of this spell. And you simply hear him say, Ria's singing for you.
Yeah. Ria?
And with that, you manage to pull your brain out of the horrible sensation, and you do kind of wake up from this trance and have brought yourself to the space with Tazira, and then recognize where you are and ground yourself through it. And you remember the name Ria, and you remember the name Queen Neri. And you know who to associate them with.
Shit.
You all right there?
Uh-huh. Are you okay?
Me? He kind of lifts a hand to his cheek and realizes that he's been crying. Yeah, I'm good. These weren't for me.
Oh. I mean, as long as you're okay.
I don't think we should do this again. I'm gonna go rest now. And he very stiffly gets up and walks away. I'll explain things later. What I saw.
Did I do something wrong?
No, Komori, you didn't do anything wrong. I don't know what he saw, but he'll explain later. You're good and you're okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good and you're okay. And focus on the feeling of warmth.
And you ride out the rest of the trip. It takes a couple of hours.
Can I offer Ravasi a handkerchief?
Yeah, as Ravasi's walking away, you can offer him a handkerchief.
I do so.
He'll stop. And Vallano I don't think Vallano realizes this. He's got a look of such horrible guilt on his face. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You are welcome.
Okay. We can fast forward a little bit, because we are kind of still on like the fast tracking here. After you take some time to... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Ravasi will explain all of everything that he saw after Komori is no longer tripping.
Okay.
And Komori profusely apologizes. Like, she will do it over, like, the course of a very long while. Like, over the entire trip.
Well, now you have a name. You have Aria. You know that the giant, and she was a giant. Ravasi, I would say you guys know enough to recognize that she's a storm giant. That her name was Queen Neri. Neri.
feel like that raises more questions than it does answers.
It's information, though. It's useful.
Yeah,
It
it's just more so the question of what the hell is a queen doing in the middle of nowhere?
Is this
Like,
something I could roll history on or no?
Go. I will say everyone can roll me history if they would like, but different people have different DCs.
Fair.
I was wondering, DM, sure, I'll roll a history. But I was more curious, DM, when I think back on those memories, does she at all at any point look down, and what do her Komori's hands look like?
Yeah, you absolutely can tell that Komori used to look like some sort of either human or some sort of I'll actually just give you this because you're an elf. She looks like some sort of human or partial human with very dark skin.
Okay. He's gonna try sketching that a little bit.
Yeah, she was obviously like somewhere in the 7 range. The 6-7 years old range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see
just
myself.
like But yeah, like any glimpses of like her face in the water or her hands holding her friends.
You didn't see any glimpses of faces in the water, but yeah.
Like anything that I can like visually draw for Komori of her, I will.
Okay. You do. You also can very easily sketch Rhea if you would like to as well.
Yes, I will. And Queen Neri. I'll sketch Queen Neri as well.
Okay. So with our 12, 12, and 13,
we don't know shit.
You guys don't know anything about giant politics, and so you are not sure at all who Queen Neri is. Ravasi, you would get the sense that Komori probably was... You heard the Isles, you heard trade agreements, you saw an elf, or a sea elf. You would get the sense that that Komori was probably from the Isles. Very specifically... with an 11, I think that you would just understand that she is from the United Republic of Isles. That Salstone doesn't have a lot of really great trade agreements with them, so you wouldn't know until recently. And very recently, the king of Salstone married someone from the United Republic of Isles in a political arrangement. And she's amazing. She's doing really, really great things for Salstone. And the people love her, with the exception of the fuddy-duddy council of lords, who do not like her because a woman should never be in power in their mind. With the exception of your mother, and they very tenuously accept her. And so pretty much what you would know is that from how old you think Komori is back then, that the United Republic of Isles did not have a great agreement with Salstone, and a lot of the political stuff would be kind of around the larger island And you wouldn't be able to 100% tell just based off of the conversation. But the largest nation you would know is called Eswa. So, ESWEA. I know that was a little bit rambly, but I hope that answered the questions. So that would be the information that you guys would know. Tazira, you were kind of specifically looking at the Queenery and want to have a lot of ties there.
Yeah.
You know, all things considered, I feel like that explains a lot, actually.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, makes sense why Nex would get their hands on you.
Well, I was talking about the whole, like, sea creature thing.
That too. That too.
So,
Okay.
well, that was a lot to process through. All right.
Okay. So with all that being said, you process through the spontaneous trip, gaining a little bit more information about Komori's past and a couple of names now, which is exciting. And yeah, and you have some sketches of a storm giant who called herself a queen. So, with all that being said, you guys have, I would say this roughly happened like day 3 on your 9-ish day trip. So, Tazira, you continue to spend time with crows as you had. You go through a whole bunch of spells. Ravasi, you're working on your, writing your song. Nyx, is there anything specific that you would like to do or any moments you would like us to zoom in on?
No, Nyx is just minding her own business mostly, probably.
Okay. Vallano, is there anything else that you would like to participate in or do over the couple of days?
I hand out coffee every morning. That's a detail that I would like noted.
Okay.
But beyond that, and disappearing down into the belly of the ship to prey on a regular basis, I just bug Ravasi every once in a while about more tips on what is charm and how does that work.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely do it. At the end of the trip, before we touch down, like when I sense like it's like the last day or so, would I be able to kind of gather everyone together?
Absolutely, you do. And we zoom back in on this scene about the day before you guys get in the area of the hill giants.
Yeah. Ravasi looks super awkward and a little sad, and he looks like he's trying to be very serious. I know most of you didn't know Harshnag, but he helped us and protected us, and I don't very often get to do this, and so I wanted to do something in his honor to remember him by. And Ravasi is gonna start playing the song he's been working on. A very sad but still hopeful song. Very, very appropriate for like a funeral. But with some like faster paced notes sections. And he's really, really focused on it, trying to do it well. I'm willing to roll a performance if you need me to.
Yeah, it's a pretty low DC because it's something you wrote, but yeah, absolutely. Okay. The DC was like a 12 for you to perform it decently.
Mm-hmm.
It is an amazing, heart-wrenching and touching performance. Absolutely touches the heart of everyone. You can hear the emotions. And Ravasi isn't one to portray a lot of sad emotions, but you can hear the sadness in it. And the honoring of Harshnag's commitment. And even though you only knew him for a little while, how he was so devoted to assisting you and so devoted to making sure that you were feeling like you were accomplishing a lot. How he helped you in combat rather than taking the glory and the honor for himself. How he made sure that each person had a moment to shine, but then was willing to protect you and use his strengths when you needed him most. And you get that feeling. And I'm taking some liberties here, Smell.
Go for it.
The
Be free.
last bit of the piece kind of has like a little bit of what a lot of people would call a coda on it. So it's just like a little ending snippet. And you get hopeful, determined energy from it. Like taking some of the themes that were a little bit more sad and adding just a little extra oomph that turns them from the sorrow and the grief into the honoring his legacy and helping achieve what he wanted to see, which is the Ordning set back into place and assisting the small folk.
Mm-hmm.
Zara's weeping like a baby by the end of it. Like,
Yep.
full on tears coming down from the mask.
And meanwhile, Gamor's just like, I thought it wasn't supposed to rain today.
Ravasi, that was really beautiful, and you did a really good job writing that. And I know that Harshnag would be very touched if he could hear that right now.
Yeah. And when we he kind of like takes a deep breath. And when we stop this, I'll finish the rest of the song.
Yeah.
You will. And I will give him a very, like, you see her kind of, like, get herself back together for a moment to give you a very meaningful look.
Well then, that's enough mushy feelings.
Yeah.
Let's get back to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna get mad again.
I'm gonna go yell at Calcifer again. It makes me feel better.
Yep, I'm gonna go identify some cards, I guess.
Honestly, yelling at Calcifer is always good.
You verbally spar with the spicy fire elemental.
Look, if he's distracted, sparring with me verbally, he's not trying to escape.
That
and
is
kill us
true.
all.
That is very true. Okay.
Identify those cards. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you can absolutely identify those cards.
May I throw a tiny interjection in before that happens?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Because Vallano doesn't know how to react or process emotions, he's just gonna go awkwardly stare at the clouds drifting past the airship and not know what to do.
Ravasi's gonna tell him, try laying down while you stare at them. It helps.
He's gonna sign, but we're in the air. How would that work?
Lay on the deck.
Still not understanding.
Ravasi will lay down on the deck and then pat next to him.
Vallano just kind of looks at the ground, looks at Ravasi, looks at the ground, and reluctantly lays down.
Okay. You enjoy some lovely whatchamacallit, sky gazing, and it is beautiful. Okay.
It'd be nice if you could see the clouds.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Oh.
It's fine.
Ravasi,
Top on me.
Look, guys, there it is. That'll be what it sounds like when one of you finds it.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
realize after like a solid like 10 minutes being like, oh wait, fuck, this guy's blind. Ravasi will just in a very quiet voice start explaining what the clouds look like
Oh.
in like very, very innate detail.
Oh my god. I totally
It's okay,
forgot.
Ravasi. At least you didn't try to high five someone with without arms.
That is...
Hey,
That's up
there's
there.
still plenty of time in the campaign to do it, so
In all fairness, that's just a high 0.
We now need an NPC that does not have arms.
Old Stumps McGee.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Stumps McGee. Oh my
Old Stumpy.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You're welcome.
So, reminder that you guys have received the half plate +2, an ice rune, ASE rune, and the opal of the Ild rune. The deck of cards is a deck of oracles. Tazira's very excited about that.
You guys just hear that from her room dimly.
Damn.
Okay. So, with that being said, as we are through our travel and we are nearing the beginning of the Hill Giant Den and nearing the location, we are going to take a quick break and then we'll jump back in as the airship lands and you guys take off to go take out some Hill Giants. So we will be back in a couple of minutes.
May I deal psychic damage before we go?
Sure.
So to those of you in the audience, I need everyone to know that this year, Welcome to the Black Parade turns 20 years old.
Oh my god. With that psychic damage, we will be back. And we are back. So with that, you guys have gotten close enough to the Hill Giant Stronghold. Vallano, you would know, and you've already kind of reported to them that there is, quite a bit of a radius of a search tower, or like a spotting tower, so you guys will be spotted if you attempt to approach via airship. So you guys can decide if you would like to take that risk and be dropped off, like right on top of the Hill Giant Stronghold, or if you would like to approach on foot, or what you would like to do.
I, the stealth man, highly advise the stealth.
Indeed, I've got a Passed It Out trace that I can always cast for us.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you guys are able to get us in stealthier, then I've got no complaints about that. Because, yes, it's not my forte, but still.
Beautiful.
you have a good break, Nyx.
It was alright. Could have been longer.
And I didn't bug you for most of it.
That was the best part.
Okay.
Keep saying stuff like that, and I'll think you don't actually like me. Don't actually answer that.
I will nod my head and walk away from you.
I'm going to take this opportunity to find either Ravasi or Tazira, whoever's closer, and start hand signing. What is our plan for getting down?
I've got a broom. I can take people down one by one if need be. Or we can toss down a rope.
I'm just going to sign, I can help you with that too.
Oh, cool. How?
Golden chain appears in my hand.
Oh. It's really cool.
I just sign, it's very long.
Well, I'd assume it's magical. Not.
That's what she said. Sorry.
I look at Ravasi, having spent the last several days learning how charm works and still not really getting it, so I'm still looking for advice. And I just kind of sign in a place where he can see. One could call it a gift from God.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm wrong.
Anyway, so Delphine would take you about 3-ish miles out, if that's what you guys want, and kind of get low enough that she could drop you off, and then just let you know that she will circle above until one of you lights up a little firework in the area. And if you want her to circle closer and around like the hill giants to see if you guys need a rescue, she absolutely can too.
Beautiful.
She will stay high up above rock throwing if you guys advise her to.
Smart.
Would you like to establish a signal in case you guys need immediate rescue and run?
If you hear the sound of large fireballs happening, head towards it.
But what if you're just fighting the hill giants?
There will be fire.
Here, I'll take a piece of fabric out of, like, probably from a spare outfit or something, one of my spare scarves. If you see Mippet flying with this in her mouth and flying in circles above, we are in danger and SOS.
Okay. She passes on that information to the air elemental whose name I have forgotten up in the crow's nest. Okay. With that, she drops you about 3 miles off. It is at sunset, so you guys wait a little bit for night to kind of fully fall. And she doesn't fully land. She kind of just hovers because it's easier to just hover, and lowers a couple of ropes if people want to slide down or disembark.
I will sign asking if anyone would like assistance getting down.
Yeah.
I mean, I should be okay.
Yeah, Komori, you're probably the best to just ride a rope down. Go ahead and make me an athletics check, ma'am, to see how
Let's
well
go
this
to the
goes.
bottoms of rotten egg.
I just go down 50 feet around on my broom by you.
Fly back up. Vallano, who are you taking?
Well, I was going to offer Ravasi first, and then if Ravasi doesn't need help, Nyx, because quite literally everyone else is already accounted for.
Sure. Nyx, do you want the broom or Vallano?
Whatever, it's all going to the same place.
Alright. I will let Vallano take me.
Cool. So Vallano's going to wrap the part of the chain that he has around kind of the railing. Are you just going to let me do whatever I want, or do we need to have some back and forth about this?
Ravazzi's just gonna put his arms up and out.
Uppies.
Vallano's just gonna basically, because he has to have one arm, the chain is coming out of his hand. So the only way he can really hold Ravasi is by like pulling him in like a hug. And just kind of lowering himself down with the chain continuing to expand from his hand, lowering him like an elevator. It's definitely not a Zelda hookshot. Don't question it.
Why would I question something like that?
Beautiful.
But yeah, no, Vallano's just holding Ravasi roughly around the waist and carrying him down. Nothing could go wrong with this picture.
As you descend about 100 feet to Zari, you fly back up once Komori's safely on the ground and snag Nyx. Putting your hand out, Nyx jumps on. You guys are used to this by now as you fly her down too. And the airship takes off to go circle.
Alrighty.
Okay. With that being said, how would you like to approach? There's a couple different ways you can approach. So you have already scouted this out, Vallano. You know that the stronghold is on a river and that they have kind of built a dam, and north of it there is a bit of a kind of northeast of it there is a whole bunch of dammed up water. And so there's like a little mini man-made pond lake kind of north of the area. You did not scout out any entrances, but you do know that there is a lookout tower kind of on the dam itself. And then the building, if you could call it that, looks like a conglomeration of mud and wood piled up, is kind of off to the side. So if you approach from the south, you'll be approaching on land. If you approach from the north, you will eventually need to either swim over water or figure out a way. But you didn't notice any entrances in the water, but that's kind of how far you scouted.
Fair. I decided to pass this along since I don't have Pass Without Trace, and if we're going to stealth this, I need the person with Pass Without Trace to know where we're going.
Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty. I guess, how do you guys feel about water or otherwise?
Water or land? Water with
Yep,
questionable entrances, or land with more visible entrances. And you do know that the scout tower can see 360.
Remind me, because I would know this, but I don't know this. Is the water clear? Like, is it super clear, or is it murky?
It's like, there's some silt and a tiny bit of, like, mud in it because they've been damming things up, but it is, like, river water. Like mountain river water. It's coming down the mountains, so it's pretty clear.
I will throw in my 2 cents that the water is clear and makes noise. It might not be the best stealthy approach.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise I think land might be the best, because I think more you're the only one who might have an advantage if we're working with the river, right?
Yeah, that's also a fair point. Yeah. It's really whatever works at this point. I'm not going to be picky about it.
Okay. With that being said, you guys can circle around, creep up from the south, and creep up the landway.
So, I think something that I might do is I am going to just be on my broom, like maybe a foot above the ground, hold on to Ravazzi's shoulders, kind of as my seeing eye person, and then just look from Mipit's eyes from above to let us know if there are any guards or groups coming.
Okay. So if Mipit's gonna be eyes in the sky, we can absolutely do that. So as you guys are approaching, go ahead and roll me a group stealth check. As you guys are approaching. How long does Pass Without a Trace last?
An hour. How far would you reckon that we're out from it?
I would reckon that you're maybe 30 minutes walk. You're like a mile now at this point.
Oh, beautiful. I'm comfortable with that then. So I'll cast it.
Okay.
I get 20 DM.
Nice. Okay.
I feel like that'll help.
That
quite a bit.
will
3.
definitely help. So, with that being said, we have a 35, a 24, a 24, a 21, and a 31.
We are gone.
You are equivocally disappeared as far as you can tell.
Cool. A Tuesday.
Pretty much. So as you kind of approach from the south, you begin to see rising up over the kind of rolling hills in this area a conglomeration of mud and what looks to be hay and hundreds of piled up trees and a kind of little mini river, and you see water is pouring out of the kind of wood foundation that is piled up trees, and that there is a small river running to the west of it. It seems to be kind of quiet in the evening. You do see the tower that he was talking about, and I will display a fun little picture of what this looks like so that you guys can zoom in and see.
Yippee, I love fun little pictures.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
So as you're kind of like flying Mipit over, you see the lookout tower that Vallano was talking about, a small little building kind of separated from it. You see water pouring out from the foundation, and then there is a protected area that definitely has tons of sheep in it. And a couple of different entrances, 2 on the lower level and 1 on the upper level that has I will say even from this area, giants are huge. You see there's one giant kind of standing guard next to the big rock.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
So you are kind of approaching from the bottom of the picture and sneaking up.
Do we want to go down from below or from above?
I mean, above isn't the worst option. I mean,
Yeah.
how often do people actually look up?
Well, I'm more so saying from the upper level or from the lower level and then go up. I mean, we could try and mess with the guard at the upper level.
Fair.
Any thoughts, Nyx?
Well, if there's just a guard on the upper level, maybe it's better to get in on the lower level and see what's in there.
Alrighty.
And maybe you could send in your animal and get a good eyesight before we try and go in.
Absolutely. And I will shoot Mipit forward to do a little bit of reconnaissance.
Okay. With this being said, roll a stealth check for Mipit.
Gotcha. Please don't die, my love.
Okay, so as Mipit is flying and approaching, is she instructed to be higher up, or is she instructed to be lower?
I think lower, because that would be more out of the giant's eyesight.
Okay.
Oh.
So as you guys are kind of approaching, I will say that Mippet gets a view, and I will display a map shortly. I'm just preemptively clearing out some of the fog of war. Okay, so a little bit of a preface. This is a huge map. It was just easier to do one gigantic map. I will direct your attention to the bottom of the map.
Gotcha.
Oh, jeez, you're right. This is a
It's
Oh my
an
lord.
absolutely huge map.
Dragon.
So
That is a chunker.
yes, it is. And I did resize the squares so you don't have to worry about the squares are 5 feet normally. So as Mippet is kind of flying over, she sees the one small hut that does seem to have some activity in it. She hears noises of kind of banging and that there is something that is seeming to be happening in there. And she also is, as she's kind of circling around over the top, she does see that there seems to be some orcs that are sitting around a fire. And go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Absolutely. With mine or hers?
Hers.
Gotcha. Well,
So since she's flying kind of low, she does hear snoring coming from the tents. So it seems that while there are about 5 orcs sitting around the fire, there's also probably a couple of orcs that are in the tents. However, one of the orcs does seem to notice her, and is going to attempt to chuck a rock at her. So with that being said, let me pull this up for a second. Just because he's mean.
my kitty.
It is taking forever to load. Why are the links all broken today? My links are not working.
Some days just be like that, unfortunately.
I just wanted to throw a rock at Mippet.
The internet has decided spite is the answer.
The universe said no.
Yeah.
No, you don't get to throw a rock at a Tressum, you fool.
Is our Wi-Fi like struggling or something?
Not as far as I'm aware of.
Why is it everything's loading? This is not good. Oh, did it load? No, it did not. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me see if I can pull it up in a different browser. Maybe this browser is just having a meltdown. No, my whole computer is buffering. It is struggling.
Oh.
Okay. Well, let us entertain our audience. Vote now on your phones.
What?
Or you see, someone in chat earlier said to ask both Ravasi and Vallano top or bottom. Vote now.
Oh my god. Wait, was that an actual thing?
Yeah, somebody actually asked to have one of the players ask Vallano or Ravasi. Oh, Nick, I didn't scroll back up to see.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me that in the slightest.
Vallano's a top because he likes being told what to do, and I'll stand on that. But I don't know. He's not my character.
No, that sounds about right. Honestly, that tracks.
Oh my god.
Or it could be a submissive because he likes being told what to do.
Guys, Ravasi likes to be of service.
I feel like Ravasi's a switch. Ravasi's whatever is needed in the moment.
Whatever it is, it's just put me in, coach.
I can't
Exactly.
even. Is D&D Beyond having a problem? Because I can't even get D&D Beyond to load on my phone.
Let me try to.
Oh my god.
I just rolled an initiative roll. I wasted 19.
Yeah.
I'm not having issues, but Roll20 and
Yeah,
Roll20
I'm not
hates
having
me,
an
but
issue
the
pulling up.
Beyond
I'm not having issues with pulling up web pages either.
Archie, we're trying to decide whether or not my characters are a top or a bottom while Zari is having issues.
Okay, why? Oh my gosh, please.
Yeah, I'm pulling up other web pages and it's fine.
I'm trying to get the orc stats to come up. This is the problem because they're not in, like, I could go get my book.
Wait, are they just in the monster manual?
Yeah,
Say,
hold
I can
on.
just send you a
Let me just
screenshot.
go get a monster manual.
We do have them.
Well, yeah, probably out of the couple that we have.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh dear lord. This is what happens when you are...
So, Ravasi, how do we feel about Archie's comment?
No, I don't need a Tarask.
Wow.
Okay.
Neon, that's cutting, my friend.
Chat, I think I just witnessed a murder.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard of cutting words, but this is ridiculous.
Stop reading my characters for filth. I mean, I'm giving it to you, but like, stop reading my characters for filth.
That's amazing,
I'm offering.
Neon. Amazing. Okay, things are still kind of not loading, but it's okay. We're gonna just roll openly for you guys. This is a +5 to hit Mippet.
Oh.
Oh dear. So Mippet's looking down at the orcs, and one of them kind of points up. Go ahead.
I'm replacing that with a 5. Be important.
Okay.
Fuck you. That's my cat.
This is a +5, so it's a 10.
It doesn't hit her, thankfully.
Okay, she dodges out of the way as a javelin comes flying towards her. And she takes off flying away. But it does look like there are a couple orcs that are awake, but they are orcs.
Orcs.
Gotcha. I guess I will have her go really, really high up for that upper level there just to take a look at the guard, but after that I'll have her shoot on back. And I am telling the others about the orcs and about Mippet nearly becoming a kitty kebab.
Yeah, she did not go check out the... Do you want her to go check out the look tower while she is flying around, or no? You want to avoid the lookout tower?
I feel like that's a surefire way to get her shot by a longbow.
Honestly valid. Okay.
Safe assumption is just to assume that it's manned.
Okay. So where would you like to approach and what would you like to do?
Do we want to set this whole place on alarm and fireball these guys as we walk in, or do we want to try and cause chaos? What's the read?
I mean, you know I never got a problem with chaos.
Well, now D&D Beyond's not working for me.
Stealth man still prefers the stealth things.
I'm
Well,
gonna look at
how about
Nyx.
this?
Nyx, what do you think?
I think if we tried to fight, I think there's 10 outside at least, and they would kill us pretty easy. And if there's any more inside that come out, we would just definitely be dead. So, personally, I think we should sneak around and take the fence down and make all the sheep escape and run away. And see what happens.
I like that idea.
Sounds good. I've got mold earth. This will be really easy.
I'm sorry, I have to do this. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Wait,
tunnel.
we could just secret tunnel our way through here.
Actually, yeah.
Wait, why do I like this?
Because it's smart and it's funny.
I will also say Mippet did notice that there is another entrance over here on the map.
Where's
Over on the very, very right side of the map. Right up. I'm
Perfect.
I'm fighting against it.
We can let the sheep out on our way.
Exactly. Let's do it.
As a distraction.
Okay, so you guys are approaching from the west side. You guys are approaching from the west side, and the goal is to do, as chat says, a dive-by sheep break. I love this. This is amazing. So as you guys are approaching, you are 110%. You're sneaking along. You're feeling like you're pretty stealthy. Thank you to the whatchamacallit, pass without a trace. And where specifically would you like to start a sheep break?
Let's see. I want to do it behind us. I'm not gonna do any sheep breaks ahead of us. So I think I want to start it. I want to do one small hole here so that they can see sheep running out. Another one here to spread them. And then, let's see. This map is so big. It's so easy to get lost.
So big. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I scroll for a moment and then it like blacks out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dun 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 dun. It's reloading. I'll do I kind of wanna, if I can. Let me read Mold Earth real quick and read the range of it. Okay, it's 30 feet. Yeah, I kind of want to connect two of the pins in the middle to let out even more sheep for a third.
Love it. So as you guys, if you guys want to drop your tokens kind of like over here-ish above the sheep pen, as you drive by opening the sheep pen here, I'm going to draw a little thing. You open the sheep pen here. And then did you want to do one upper one or just like one kind of in the middle, you said, like here?
Yeah, I want to do one kind of, yeah, right there to open up the pens in between those guys and to fun more.
Okay.
So I don't want to leave them towards where we're going.
Okay, got it. It looks like D&D Beyond's having an internal server error. So don't refresh your sheets at all.
Oh no.
So
No,
otherwise you're gonna lose them. So Vallano, since you have not played on Roll20 a ton, if you go to the little journal at the top of your little tabs across the top, it's the third one over that looks like a book, you should see your character. Go ahead and click and drag him on to the page.
I need you all to know that my husband just came bursting in and went, "Snow day!" because he's a teacher.
Oh, yes!
Oh, lucky son of a gun.
Yes!
Let's
go!
And started dancing.
Love that for him. I'm so excited. Okay.
be nice.
So, as
Yeah.
the sheepies begin to flow out, you hear a ruckus happening in the camp as these guys are starting to notice and are beginning to move and chase them, and you guys quickly move past into the oh wait, I'm trying to move them on the wrong screen. I am not on my DM screen. This is the problem about having so many flipping screens open for streaming. But you do notice that these guys are taking off and starting to kind of corral sheep over here, and that several of them are moving, and that they are definitely handling this. This is happening after you guys are moving because they have a long time to move, so don't worry about it. I'm just preemptively moving them.
Beautiful.
Okay. So you guys can easily go into the secret tunnel, and you begin to hear noises of what sounds like horrible snoring. It sounds like there's rattling and snoring and something happening, and it sounds like someone is definitely dead asleep in this space. And as you creep through the tunnel, you see a room that's kind of lit a little bit by, please reveal the area. Hello? Please, thank you. Oh my god. Okay. A room that's definitely... Oh my god, it's blinking, get it out! There we go. A room that is lit by, like, floating light, or not floating light, like, just plain torchlight, and it looks like there is a dead asleep hill giant, and you do, I will say to Zari, you have a very naturally high perception. Hear another one snoring from over here.
Gotcha. Okay, I will press my fingers to my lips, point down the hallway where there's another one, kind of do a... Actually, I can just sign. I'll just sign. And then go, another giant sleeping over there. Then also say that in Komorian next is mine for the handily challenged.
Handily challenged, cute. Okay. So what would you like to do? Do you want to try to sneak past this giant? Are you ambushing him in his sleep? What would you like? How would you like to handle this situation? There does seem to be another path north.
I'm gonna sign to my brain just short-circuited. Desire, you're the one who cast Pass Without Trace, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm gonna sign to you asking how much longer that assistance will last.
About another 10 to 15. Oh, no. You were about 30 minutes out, so it'll be about another 30 minutes.
About another 30.
I do think we could probably sneak past this group, but I will leave it to you, your decisions.
Why risk our lives when we don't have to yet?
Okay. So the choice is to sneak past?
That is my vote.
Would you like to go the northern route, where you don't hear as much, or the southern route where you hear another one snoring?
What do you guys think?
I vote north.
I think north
Okay.
works.
Okay, go ahead and move your tokens up there as I reveal the next area. This seems to be a longer pathway that leads to another kind of open sleeping room that seems to be empty. In this room, you see another pad of like another sleeping pad, a blood-stained work table the size of a giant, 2 crates that smell absolutely horrible, and as you're kind of coming around the corner, you see 2 iron cages that seem to contain some sort of animals, and you're kind of like getting this from around the corner, that there seems to be some sort of animals in these 2 cages.
DM, I hate to be that guy. I don't see anything. It is a wall of black, and I'm not talking about it as my character.
Why is it doing that? It's struggling with the reveal area. It's probably because it's so big. There we go. Is that better?
I can see most of the hallway now.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I can see up to roughly the tile my character is on right now. I'm halfway covered up right now.
Okay. It is really
There
struggling.
it goes.
Okay. It just needs a little extra help sometimes.
The moment I notice the cages, I point them out because animals would possibly raise an alarm, even by accident.
Hold on. I'm gonna sign at people. Do we think we're gonna need to fight?
We're gonna-
Yes.
Yeah. At some point.
He's asking, should I use a spell on this? Is what he's asking.
Let's try it without it first.
Okay. He's gonna sign silence and point over to the cages.
Gotcha.
You see that are in there are two boars as you're kind of like coming around to the area. You see two boars that look to be kind of just chilling. They don't quite hear you yet because you guys have passed without a trace. And it seems that they're kind of just chilling in their cages. You see blood all over the bottom of their cages.
I mean, how hard can pigs be to sneak past?
Just gonna sign not friendly.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna sign boar hunting. Usually takes many men.
Agreed.
I did not know how easy they'd be to wrestle. I asked how easy they'd be to sneak past.
Ravasi flips you off.
What are you guys doing?
I'm still leaning towards stealth. We rolled insanely high on stealth checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use it while you got it.
Yeah.
Tazira, do you have prestidigitation?
Totally. I can,
You could put out the fire so that they can't see you.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I will put out.
Not to tell you what to do, but just to remind you what your spells do. That would
Just a
definitely give you an edge, considering boars don't have dark vision, and you guys 110% know that, and it would make it a lot easier to sneak past. So I would have had
Totally.
you reroll if you
I
did
will-
not, but if you will, then you guys can absolutely do that with your standing stealth.
I will take Desira's hand as she cannot see.
Thank you.
Can Vallano see? Can Kamori? Does Kamori have dark vision?
I can sense.
Actually, I think I might. Hold on.
You do have dark vision, I'm pretty sure.
I do.
I got 60 feet of blind sight,
Yeah,
if that helps.
Okay.
so, you can tell Vallano has no problem. There's no difference for him. So
Correct.
it's just Tazira who just needs a little bit of hand holding.
Yeah.
We're gonna conga line this shit. It'll be funny. Ace? Technically, no.
Okay, I am attempting to reveal some more areas as you guys conga line through. Why did it do that? What the heck? My reveal tool sucks, but this was too big of a map to play with,
Yeah. Give it a up. Boop.
stuff, the dynamic lighting. Oh my gosh, it would have been awful. So you see
Oh,
a
that
couple
would've
different
broken.
ways that you guys can go. You see that it kind of tees left and right. As you kind of are approaching, you begin to hear an unholy ruckus. It sounds like hundreds of animals in an echoing space. Cesare, you have like a freaking 21 or something, right? That you can
Yeah, I
tell.
have-
You can tell they're like some sort of pig or pig variety.
Gotcha. We got, more pigs ahead. Or something piggy.
Hold
I
on.
hear
Question.
Answer.
Just gonna measure distance real quick. Can I tell what's to the left?
You can tell that there's another area that goes down, and that there's probably a torch down there, and you would hear more hill giant snoring.
Well, I have no desire to go left anymore. What about you guys?
No
good.
problem.
Yeah,
not.
honestly, if Nyx peeked her little face around the corner with her 120 feet of dark vision, she would be able to tell that it goes and kind of opens back out to the secondary entrance.
Alrighty. I suppose we're going the other way then.
Okay. So as you kind of continue around the other way, you see that it opens up into a little bit of a, it's not higher than, but there does seem to be some sort of petting, some sort of fencing built very crudely out of, wood. And that there is a bit of a river, and you hear absolute chaos. It sounds like there's just like hundreds of pigs rooting around making noises. You hear some yells and some yelling, and see that there is a bit of a baby river that is kind of going through this area, unless you would like to creep forward more.
I would like to carefully creep forward.
Okay, go for it.
Just like
And I will
yay far.
light as we go along.
Hugging the wall, if you will.
Yeah, so as you do that, you begin to see that this is a huge open not man-made, probably goblin or giant-made, cavern that seems to have a little bit of a baby river and house pigs. Lots and lots of pigs. You see a hobgoblin off to the side, kind of as far as you can sense, that there is a being that seems to be helping the pigs eat, more accurately shoving pigs away from eating too much. And that it's huge. Like, it goes far beyond your vision.
I actually cannot detect that hobgoblin with blind sight.
Jace,
just
just
by
kidding. Okay.
I can detect the edge of the food trough.
You can detect the edge of the food trough, and you hear yelling in a language you do not understand.
I'm going to pass this along with sign language because that's really all I can do. I'm not quite sure what else we want to do here. I don't know if we want to go loud yet.
Oh, I'm not sure. Looks like there's a hobgoblin ahead. I'm not sure how easily we're going to be able to traverse this quietly.
Are there any other directions in which we could go?
So far, no. It looks like this whole area kind of loops back around on itself. Seems to be some sort of giant sleeping area. So the option would be to go through here or to head back out and try to go upward.
Nyx, Ravasi, any ideas?
Sorry, Sly's getting very tired.
No, it's okay. We'll probably end pretty quick here.
We could go the other way and see how empty it is and maybe sneak by. I mean, we're kind of behind them now, so it's not like they'll be paying as much attention to this side anyways.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Works for me.
I'll track back a little bit and then send Mippet around to do a quick hug the wall, be a little sneaky creature.
Okay. So if Mippet continues, she will realize that the south path goes out into the camp that she almost died in. That the other room indeedy has a sleeping giant and a whole bunch of beds. Hold on. It's clearing. Why is it doing that? It's like freaking out. And then that you would deduce that the other entrance kind of in the south area that you guys saw likely goes into the big cavern.
Gotcha.
full of
I
pigs.
will communicate that back to them. Looks like we're gonna have to wade through the pigs.
I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, I don't think.
Pigs. They're omnivores. But I digress.
More like they're opportunists. This doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second, let me just see something. Okay, I'm just getting Nyx's line of vision, because Nyx is helping here. Nix, you can see a little bit further, and you do see that there are quite a few other hobgoblins, as well as a huge two-headed Etten that are assisting the pigs down south. You would also see that there is another pen and kind of area that leads north that is guarded by an additional hobgoblin.
And this is like a ramp up.
Yeah, that's like a ramp up, and that you deduce will likely lead outside.
I have a question.
Answer.
Are there any kind of plants, any kind of lichens in this cavern at all? Any mosses?
I will say no. Likely not. This has only been here for about 6 to 8 months. And it was goblin built.
Gotcha.
So the only like plant like things would be things that flow through the river.
Gotcha. Alrighty. There goes that.
Well, one thing we could do is sneak a little closer, and maybe I can throw a major image across the cavern to distract everything as we kind of scatter up the ramp outside.
The ramp outside would likely lead you, you're pretty sure would likely lead you back to the orc camp in the sheep area.
I see, okay.
I mean, I can try and sneak us across the ceiling if we want, maybe, if they won't look up. And just do a 1x1 taxi on the broom.
Tazira, make me a perception check.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Oh my god.
Casual.
As you're looking up and looking at the ceiling and saying this, you notice that there's in the circle here that there's not just these torches. There's also light shining downward. And it looks like this circle here, as well as you can kind of see the edge of one here, in this big space, because it's pretty big and it's lit, seems to be a crisscross of planks that you could 110% fit through to go up.
Oh, shoot, yeah? Okay.
You're not sure what's up there, but you could fly up if you wanted to.
I have an idea. I'm gonna send Mippet up and keep her to hug the ceiling and squeeze her little head through a plank.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Any objections before I send her?
That
Send
seems
it.
pretty intelligent to me.
Alrighty.
Okay. So, nice.
Cool.
So,
15.
With 15, Mippet, oh, hold on, not what I wanted to do, pops her little face through this grate and looks in. This room is pretty lit too, so I'm gonna say that she can see this whole room. You will want to zoom out quite a bit, and it's gonna be in the middle of the map, and I'm gonna reveal the whole area. You see a large room before you. There are several giants throughout this room. It looks like a gigantic feasting hall. There's oil lamps that are in sconces on pillars that support rafters that peak kind of in that peak of the roof. You also see some ledge that you see a couple of goblins are perched up on the ledge, actually. Which I did not put them up there, but they are up there. These little goblin guys are actually all up there. I don't know why they are here, so sorry. I will move them eventually. So you see a couple little goblins that are walking up around on the ledge up there, as well as that there are tables that are covered with grease, gnawed bones, empty casks, and scraps of food. It smells absolutely horrible. It smells like poop. And it smells like they are dumping stuff through these holes down to the pigs. And you see at the edge of the room is what you assume to be Chief Guh. A huge, bigger than regular giants, hill giant that is slumped atop a four-wheeled flatbed wagon that bends and creaks under her huge bulk. You can tell that the axles are like inward. They are a little cattywampus. Piled around the wagon are bones and other refuse from Guh's recent meals. And you also see little glints of shinies and various things in there. She's ginormous and has a great club kind of prop next to her, and she is currently kind of yelling for food. And a hill giant walks over to her and hands her what looks to be a kind of leg of pig, and she begins to eat it.
I will communicate this all back. Well, I think we found Guh.
Oh, really? What makes you say, ugh, girl? Oh, that's probably why her name's that. Funny.
Yeah, the everything. The everything.
I wish I didn't have eyes right now.
Well, you don't see her.
Thanks, Zari. I hate it.
You'll wish that you didn't have eyes once we get there, don't worry.
Why she gotta have vultures?
Yep.
Do we want to break directly up there or no?
She's a stain upon this world. I would like to eliminate her.
Yes. Simply the methodology.
Revasi kind of like gulps a little bit and goes, "Do we want to set a trap?"
Maybe we could make the floor fall. Do we have anything to explode the floor from underneath them?
Revasi cracks his hand open, sparks the fire for fireball in his hand.
Any thoughts on that? I'll like the rest of everybody.
I mean, honestly, that could very well work.
I have no alternatives.
We don't have any like poison someone could sneak into some food, do they?
I've only got acid, unfortunately.
All right. What's how high is the ceiling?
The ceiling is roughly 80 feet high. It is very high because hill giants roam around here.
So, Sly has a question.
Zari has an answer.
For giants, how important is their size status?
Go ahead and roll me a history check. Okay.
That's a nat 1, DM.
You have absolutely no clue. But however, I would love if Komori would roll me a history check from her, and as well as Vallano. You can roll me a history check.
Do I get advantage?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage. Very specific.
Yeah, this tracks.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. We suck.
Come on,
How
below.
do I... How
Four.
Just roll twice and we'll take the higher.
Okay.
Or just hit shift. That's insight, Fred.
Yeah, that's the wrong button. You're right. My bad.
It's okay, re-roll.
You said hit shift?
Yeah, you can hit shift
Yeah.
and it'll roll with advantage.
Oh. Well, that's what that button does.
Until he finds out about disadvantage.
You hit control.
Okay. With that being said, Vallano, you've heard talk. You've been like listening a bit and hearing different things and hearing what people hear, even though I don't think you speak giant. But the goblins in the area and your scouting missions have spoken in common quite a bit. And you get the sense that Chief Guh's plan is to eat as much as she possibly can and get as big as she possibly can because big giant, best giant.
Okay. So guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sly, back in, like, before the campaign started, rolled for trinkets, and I've been dying to use this. And this feels like the perfect opportunity. I have something called the Slimming Cone.
Oh.
When stabbed into a creature, it deals 1 damage. It instantly and harmlessly sucks all of the excess fat from them, ejecting it onto the floor in a big mass. If I am not allowed to use this in this moment, I might throw a hissy fit.
That is so good.
What?
That is
Go ahead.
so good.
And so, Ravasi's kind of turning this slimming cone in his, like, hand and goes, Vallano, do you know if the giants are willing to take any kind of visitor? The hill giants are willing to take any kind of visitors of small folk?
Hill giants are like kill on sight of small folk.
Okay.
Or trap on sight.
Or trap
You are
on
the
sight.
snack.
Yeah, you are
I
the
am
snack.
the snack. Okay. Next
Hold on.
question. Does anyone have the capacity to, I have 2 thoughts. 1, someone cast invisibility on me and I can, thwart her plans. Or 2, we wait until they're all sleeping and then we attack.
It only needs to be a very small stab, right?
I just need to hit
You
her.
just hit her. Okay.
It doesn't give me a to attack, but I presume that it'd be just like a dagger DM.
It'd be like an improvised weapon.
Okay.
So it'd just be your dexterity to hit. But
Okay, so plus
it
4.
is a gigantic, fat hill giant who does not look mobile. So just communicating that. She looks very
I'm going to
easy
offer
to
my
hit.
assistance.
So I guess the question that Sly and thus Ravasi has is, do we just want to start swinging, or do we want to slim her down, seed some dissonance maybe in the crowd, and let them take care of themselves?
Can we unseen? Could unseen I know you'd have to make an attack roll.
I would let an unseen servant do it.
Would you let my unseen servant DM?
I think I would. I think there would be a check with it, but I think I would let them.
That is actually awesome.
It can't technically attack.
That's not attacking though. It's just shoving a cone into her skin.
Okay.
I'm
All
just
right.
going to put a penetration joke here.
Classic.
Let's do it.
As the one with the penetrator feet.
So how high up is the ceiling again, DM?
It's about 60 to 70 feet in here.
Okay, because I have a range area of 60 feet.
We can just bring.
Yeah, we could
to
just
cast the spell.
Tazira can just broom you up.
Yeah, or I
That
can
is
just.
true.
The servant can just hop on the broom and then get ferried up.
Okay.
Okay, with your plan set, I think this is a great place to end tonight's session. And next time we will come back and see what happens as the group is finalizing their plans to slim down Ga. You guys can decide if you're going to seed some dissonance or use it as a full-on distraction to attack. and what you would like to do here in this situation. So I'm
Hey guys,
very excited.
Have a
guys,
good
it's
night.
gonna be, instead of the ordning, it's gonna be the slimmening.
Oh my
Look,
It was
all I'm
epic.
saying is
Here.
I just keep hearing the Attack on Titan theme in my head, and I'm like, I know what I must do.
Oh my gosh. Yes, yep, you're fighting giants. Okay, but with that, we're going to let tonight be tonight, and we will see you all next week as the group continues to take on Guh and see what they can do to scatter her people or kill them. I'm not sure how they're gonna go here. But if you are on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, stick around. If you're on YouTube, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what your favorite part was down in the comment section below. Head on over to musesmythos.com if you want any more information on this campaign or on the other mini campaigns that are set in this world. And then also make sure you are heading on over to our YouTube channel to check out more of this campaign if you want to get caught up, or watch the Charting Adventures podcast or one of our past podcasts, which, by the way, one of the mini campaign podcasts or mini campaigns on YouTube is actually a direct prequel to this campaign. It has a couple of characters that you will see throughout the campaign, which is In the Eyes of the Stars. So, which several of the players actually were a part of. So, make sure you check that out. But anyway,
You're gonna meet my wife.
yeah, you will get to meet Sly's wife.
And I'm definitely not biased, but you should check out the podcast.
Yup. Okay, anyway, thank you, YouTube.
I'm not either.
We will catch you all later. Goodbye.